All right, y'all. Kind of fighting off a little something going on in my throat and sinuses here, so I'm going to try and keep this short. We're going to be talking about the word domesticated. I've been writing a lot on the meek book, and my wife suggested that perhaps I have a glossary of terms um, to help with the reading a little bit. And part of the definition, well, the first part of the definition for someone who is meek is to be an undomesticated human being. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Um, as I pointed out several times over the last 4 years or so, the word meek comes from a Greek word for a war horse, and these were undomesticated animals that allowed one person to ride them, and they would willingly follow that person into battle. So, a undomesticated animal that can listen to the truth of one true person, one true being, one trueness, and they would face infinity without flinching, as the saying goes. They could enter hell on earth, surrendering all their desires and wills and fears. Just listen to the one true rider. You see, we're not here, my friends. None of us are here. We're in this next video I'm going to be talking about is we live within this, we live in this created space as we've discussed lots of times. And we simply resonate within this body. And the meek advocate for a strong, healthy body just because it makes the signal stronger. You want to receive a clean signal. You don't take the antenna of your radio and just beat the hell out of it and expect it to perform optimally. But what does it mean to be domesticated? And we'll go back to the example of the horse there. See, it all is about authority. As a sovereign being, who has authority over you? As we surrender authority, say, to other beings over, say, like code or whatnot, you have to do this, you can't do that. This is a domesticating process. And I do not want to confuse the term domesticated with civilized. I do believe it is being civilized is a key component. I don't know why I say key component all the time, but civilized is part of being a human being. Seeking wisdom is part of being a human being. This has nothing to do with domestication. Domestication is all right, take a cow. If there's a cow in the wild and a cow that has been brought in and raised on a farm, what's the difference between these animals? They will look the same, smell the same, feel the same, basically act the same. But if you let one go, or if you let them both go out into the wild, why is it only one of them can survive? It's because one is true to its nature, and the domesticated has surrendered its nature for safety and security and whatever else, a non-ending supply of food. You also watch the same two animals. They both basically eat grass. But the domesticated animal at times will be fed dried grass from last year, or to be fed grains that are soaked in chemicals. They'll be injected with substances to make them get fatter because people like the taste of the fat. So this combination of understanding your own sovereignty and your ability to survive on your own, being true to your nature and being capable, this is what it means to be undomesticated. I do believe it's really important that we all whether you seek meeknosis or not, to become as less domesticated as we are today, if not outright wholly wild, returning to the very nature of our being. Now, there's going to be a time when I get around to the full subject of Jacob and Esau, but I do believe that's part of that story. And the reason why those of us on the Gnostic side believe that the God of the Old Testament wasn't exactly the one that we all believe it to be, and that is this choosing of the domesticated human being over that of the wild human being. Because in order to create this administrative state to control and manipulate humanity, you need them to not be able to survive on their own. So the fact that the usurper was chosen and blessed means this contemplation of what it means to be domesticated is a story that goes all the way back to the beginning, my friends. This is not new. So I think it's something that everybody should take some time and seriously contemplate. Your thoughts may not be your own. Your emotions are not your own. Your feelings are not your own. Your meat suit, your avatar are not your own. But again, you do get to pay attention. You get to choose what you pay attention to. The real you is resonating within this. You are receiving the message of the real you through the antenna of your DNA in water. Do you wish to experience and witness domestication or authenticity? Again, forgive the voice. Perhaps that's a better word. Being an authentic human being. With that, my friends, I will see you on the next one. If you watch it, I might be wearing the same shirt because I think I'm going to record it right after this. Hopefully, it's another short one. Until then, my friends.